We will start by defining the domain of the boundary value problem. In this case, that is the fluid region surrounding the wedge. We will use symmetry to simplify the region to include half of the wedge. With Workbench open, start by dragging fluid flow Fluent into the project schematic. Rename it Supersonic Wedge Flow to help with organization. Next, right-click on Geometry and select Properties to open the Properties pane if it's not already open. Change the analysis type to 2D. This tells the solver that the governing equations will be the 2D conservation equations. Then, double-click on Geometry to open Discovery. Once Discovery has opened, click on the menu icon in the top left and select Settings. Go to Units and Display Precision, and if it has not already been modified, set Length to meters and minor grid spacing to 0.1 meters. This is more appropriate for the scale of the geometry we will be creating. You can then close this window. Next, select the Sketch tool if it's not already been selected. Click on the Z-axis so that we're sketching in the correct plane, and press the V key on your keyboard to orient the view to be facing this plane. Next, select the Line tool. Hover over the X-axis away from the origin, and you should see that it's highlighted green. Left-click to start the line, and move your cursor to hover over the origin. You should see a small green circle appear, showing that you're selecting the desired point. Left-click again to create the line. Without exiting the Line tool, move your cursor over the Y-axis, and it should turn green to show that you're over the desired location. Left-click to create another line. Finally, move your cursor horizontally. You should see an indication that you are creating a right angle. Left-click to create a third line, and press Escape on your keyboard to exit the Line tool. We've created 3 arbitrarily long lines. We can constrain the dimensions of these using the Dimension tool in the top bar. Select it, and then click on the bottom line, and then click anywhere to create a dimension. Repeat this for the other 2 lines. We can now double-click on the dimensions to edit them. Set the bottom line to be 0.5 meters by entering 0.5 and clicking Enter. Similarly, set the vertical line to be 1.3 meters. And the top line to be 1.5 meters. Press Escape to exit the Dimension tool. Next, we can create the piece of the boundary next to the wedge. Select the Line tool again, and click the rightmost point on the bottom line. Then move your cursor to create a line at an arbitrary non-zero angle with respect to the x-axis, and left-click to create the line. Press Escape to exit the Line tool. Select the Dimension tool again, and click on the newly created line. Next, click on the x-axis to dimension the angle, and left-click to create the dimension. Press Escape to exit the Dimension tool, and we can double-click on the dimension to set it to 15 degrees, the angle of the wedge. Finally, we want to close the geometry to create a surface. Do this by selecting the Line tool again, and connecting the 2 remaining points. Press Escape to close the Line tool. With this complete, we have created a closed polygon, but is not fully constrained. We can see this by clicking and dragging on this rightmost point, and seeing how the dimensions change. While we can constrain this by constraining the length of the new diagonal or vertical line, it is much more simple to just constrain the right line to be vertical. Do this by selecting Constraints and selecting Vertical. And click on the right line to constrain it, and press Escape to exit the tool. We can see that this has forced the line to be vertical, and if we try clicking and dragging again, it doesn't move at all. This shows that our sketch is fully constrained. With this complete, we can select 3D mode in the top bar to turn these curves into the desired surface. We can view this surface by expanding Design 1 in the tree. The Fluent interface does not allow us to click on boundaries to apply the desired boundary conditions. This means we need to set up the locations on which these conditions will be applied now. We can do this using name selections. Start by selecting the Name Selection tool on the bottom right of the Discovery interface. First, hold Ctrl and select the left, right, and top edges. Click New and name it Far Field. Next, select the bottom horizontal line and name it Symmetry. Finally, select the angled line and name it Wedge. This creates selectable options for all of the relevant components of the geometry. With the geometry completed, we can now close Discovery. Back in the Workbench interface, make sure to save the project in the desired location.